I'm a disgruntled Eagles fan, and we're awesome.
Hey, disgruntled, not a good way to end the Thanksgiving weekend. The Eagles lost to a terrible game against the Giants. I'm not going to speak too much on this because it was just a really bad game from the Eagles. It was all the offensive to blame for this loss because the defense held their own. They only allowed the Giants to score 13 points, 2 field goals, and they were stopping them in the red zone a lot. So this was not pinned on the defense. This was all on the offense. And all I have to put blame on is Jalen Hurts and Jalen Reagor. The two Jalens of the teams completely messed up this entire game. If it wasn't for Jalen Hurts' 3 interceptions, we would at least have 13 points. If not, we would have 17 points and win the game. But a hold did bring back one of the penalties, or one of the holds did bring back a touchdown, which wasn't necessarily Jalen Hurts' fault, but even after that, you can't throw an interception when you're in field goal range to take points off the board. Definitely would have had a chip shot field goal, and it would have at least been 10-13. And then the first interception he had, we would have at least had another field goal opportunity in which I would have thought that we would think that we would complete that field goal chance. So it was just bad mistakes from Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Reagor should have had the first completion. I mean, he was being covered pretty well, and it was kind of a difficult opportunity, but it was literally right in his hands. He should have caught that for the touchdown. And the second one, he should not even have dropped that because that was literally right in his hands. No one was around him. He could have just fell into the end zone for the game winner. So Jalen Hurts couldn't complete those 2 receptions, and I honestly, at this point, I think we should just straight up cut Jalen Reagor. Just cut him. He hasn't been performing like a first rounder. He had 2 receptions for 30 yards, I believe, and that's the most yardage he had in the last 5 games. I'm pretty sure he had 0 receptions. I'm pretty sure he had negative yardage in the last 5 games. And that just can't happen from a first round draft pick, in which should have way more than just 200 yards and 2 touchdowns for the season. I think he's at like 240 yards now. But still, some receivers in this league can get that in a singular game for one of their best performances. So we should just do way better, or he should just do way better. And also it's not right that Devontae Smith couldn't get thrown to in the last 2 drives that were decided on touchdowns. And the very last play, he was really wide open, and he just was not thrown to. And Jalen Hurts needs to have more eye vision to tell who's open and who's not, but I can't blame him. Jalen Reagor was also not open, or was also very open on the last play. So I don't necessarily blame Jalen Hurts for missing Devontae or Smith, but he should have at least been thrown to a couple of times in the final 2 drives, because he is our number 1 receiver already as a rookie. And there was a couple bad plays by Watkins, but yeah, all around our offense just was terrible. They did have over 170 yards for the 5th straight game, which I really love. I still love our running game. Our running game is what kept the offense in this game, or what kept the Eagles' offense a little bit more relevant than they should have been. That's what got the first touchdown and only points for the Eagles, was running the ball down the throats of the Giants, and it worked. It was kind of hard to run the ball in situations where we are coming back, but we were running the ball in the second to last drive. It was just an unfortunate fumble by Boston Scott that it was just a tough one. He was tying up the Giants' defense the entire game, and I don't put blame on Boston Scott at all, because I don't even know if we would have scored on that. And the defense did give us another opportunity to have a second drive, and I'm loving this defense. I mean, we have been playing mediocre at best teams. Worse than that, bottom of the league teams are all offenses in this league. So we should be dominating them, and that's what we are. But we didn't really necessarily dominate the Giants. I would have liked to see a couple turnovers, because it's Daniel freaking Jones. We should have at least caused or forced a few turnovers against Daniel Jones, in which we didn't, and we should have been more on top of him. It's very frustrating that when the Giants blitz, they were able to get to Jalen Hurts, but when we blitz, we can't even get him. We even try blitzing with our entire team, and we still can't get Daniel Jones. So I just need to see more blitzing power, but it was just our blitzing strategy and more like blitzing power to get to the quarterbacks, because I feel like it's very stale and we're not being able to get to the quarterback like we need to. It's bringing up Jim Schwartz vibes, but yeah, it's just a very frustrating game all around, except for a few highlights from Boston Scott, I guess. And it's frustrating to see Miles Sanders continually getting hurt over little things. He's just such a good running back. It's just he gets hurt too easily. And boy, oh boy, if you have him in fantasy, it's not good at all. It's not good at all. He almost lost me in fantasy today. I'm going to wrap this up now. Short 6-minute video. I just don't have much to say on this game just because it was a very frustrating game. And I was cursing. I was watching with my dad and Jack. Yeah, it's just really frustrating. And I wish I could get my 4 hours back or 3 hours back. But yeah, and thanks for watching. Oh, and this probably kicks us out of the playoff race. I just want the Eagles to lose from here on out. And thanks for watching.